Imagine if I did that, let's say, with Barack Obama. Now, liberals are very quick to say Fox is biased, but not a peep out of anyone in the press about bias here. To the Fox Biz All-Star, Scott Martin, Jonas, Max Ferris, and Lisa Boothe. Lisa, you said there's no question.
Hi, Neil.
Liberal media bias, it's alive and well, but I could imagine, I don't remember anyone talking about Tip O'Neill falling asleep, looking angry behind Ronald Reagan as he was speaking. And I could go on and on. But man, are you kidding me? What did you think of that?
I think you're absolutely right. And look, let's face it, I think there were a lot of Americans sitting at home that were scowling as President Obama was talking about taxing them more so he could spend more of their hard-earned cash. But look, liberal bias in the media exists, and we all know that it does. And there's a recent research actually done by CrowdPack, which is a nonpartisan data firm. And what they found is they looked at research dating or political contributions dating back to the 1980s in various fields. And what they found is members of the news media donated almost exclusively to Democrat members of Congress. And so, look, this bias exists, and we've seen it with survey after survey and research
John
after research.
Boehner's a convenient foil, but I don't remember, and maybe I missed it, I don't remember, at least pre-crisis days, Jonas, Jim Wright, or certainly Tip O'Neill suffering this kind of fate in the eyes of the media.
Yeah, well, 7% of reporters are Republicans. That's a small number. So I
think even that is high.
It might be high. There's a lot of them that say they're independents. It is definitely a question that is slanted, but that is the way it goes. You know, it's hard to be behind the president when he's saying stuff that you don't agree with. I thought, considering...
But the same could apply to Joe Biden, who looked like he was on Percocet. Where do you draw the line?
Joe Biden says it's very difficult to sit behind them that long and not make faces look away. It's a difficult job in that sense.
But I didn't see the scowling part. But be that as it may, Scott Martin, I'm saying I don't think these kind of points are beyond making. I think you should make them, but I think you should be very fair and balanced in the way you make them. But to state its fact, you know, how did you keep that scowl going? And you look like a jerk, and I can't believe you're even alive. You know, it's darn close to that, you know?
Very, very loaded, Neil. Scott Pelley, who is now, I guess, a facial recognition expert. I mean, Scott's interviewed, hundreds of people. I mean, what does he know? What could he tell us about all the other scowls that he's seen? I think it's very tough for Boehner in this position to sit behind.
That's a scowl right there.
Exactly. I mean, does that really look, 60 to 90 minutes behind a president, Neil, who's gone off on his own, who's got his own agenda, who's got the onions to basically dispel any suggestion from Democrats or Republicans? I'd probably be scowling too, and I'd walk out of the room. Too bad he's got to sit there and take it.
But, you know, the issue, the personal nature of your scowling or whatever, you know, you get him on the crying thing. He's done that a number of times. I just think you jump the shark when you do this kind of stuff. That's all I'm saying, Lisa. You then take the credibility away from yourself.
Well, I think you do, and let's just face it, it's rude. You know, I think it just takes it too far. And look, I think a lot of Republicans like myself are just sick and tired of the liberal media getting away with everything and letting the Democrats off easy and giving it hard to the Republicans.
I know. I wish I'd have more time, but I'm going to scowl right now. This is me scowling.
Yeah,
this
we
is
can
me
all
not
scowl
scowling.
them.
That's the Botox.
Yeah, they had the Botox right after this.